You're watching We Face Forward, and it's certainly Africa for Africa here at Band on the Wall in Manchester, where I can promise you an incredible show is soon to take place right here on this stage. It's completely sold out, the guest list is up to the max, and it's going to be rocking in here tonight when this award-winning Nigerian musician, who's the oldest son of legendary Afrobeat pioneer Fela, takes to the stage accompanied by one very positive force. It's the inimitable Femi Kuti.
Good evening, Manchester. Are you feeling all right this evening? It's Lagos, it's Africa, it's Afrobeat. Something going on, the matter serious. This one no be joke. This is the kill. It's in my brothers. This is the for real. Now if you love yourself, you better protect yourself. Call out, brothers, listen to me. Call out, sisters, do you can be? Stop AIDS. Fight, fight, fight AIDS. Stop, stop, stop AIDS. The fight, fight, fight the AIDS. Stop, stop, stop AIDS. The fight, fight, fight AIDS. Stop, stop, stop AIDS. The fight, fight, fight the AIDS. Stop AIDS. Fight AIDS. Stop AIDS. Fight.
In England, unfortunately, a lot of the music that's played on the radio is commercial pop type music, and there will be some people out there who aren't as familiar with you as an artist as other people. Could you tell us how your career started and a bit about your music?
I started professionally in '79 when I joined my father, and I started my band in 1986 when I left my father, and my band has been on the road since '86. My music is really basically from the foundation of my father. I was totally inspired by his music as a kid, but then I listened to a lot of jazz through him, and of course we listened to everything from America, funk in the early '70s. So my music is probably all this foundation of my father, some jazz, some funk, but most importantly as well, should I say, the life generally from Africa. I think that inspires my song and the melodies and the music, the rhythms.
For those of you who do not understand, the communication link between us tonight is like the CIA and the FBI and all the secret agents and your computer and all that. When we say ararararara, people answer orororororo. Manchester ararararara. Ararararara.
I'm told that your father didn't actually teach you music directly. Why do you think this was?
Because he felt I did not need any kind of or any form of education to be successful. So this was really a big problem between him and me, him and his brothers, him and my mother, because he believed he did not learn anything from music school that made him what he was. So nobody understood how he wanted me to be successful in life without having any kind of education, especially music, which was what I wanted to pursue in my life. So this was a very big problem. Everybody thought I would become a gangster or a drug addict or complete failure in my life. And when I said to become successful, it was like, didn't I tell all of you? You didn't need any kind of education.
Everybody's talking, that the Savior will be coming, and He will end all the suffering. But this not the same old story. We don't be part of the strategy to keep the people always wondering, whilst they take all our resources.
How did your father feel when you were signed to Motown Records?
He was very happy. I think he always followed even when we had our ups and downs, I realized every time we settled a quarrel, I noticed he still followed my life every day. People telling him my progress, and he was always very interested in what was happening to me. So he never lost track of what was happening in my life. And from the tone of his voice, he was always in a very prayerful mood he always wished me the best. He never wanted me to fail or whatever. So it wasn't like he was following me and wishing me bad.
We come to say now we got the oil and many other resources too. Now we got the gold, the diamond, cocoa and rubber. We come to say now we got the oil and many other resources too. You better ask yourselves how the richest continent get the poorest people. You better ask yourself why everybody they rush for the resources of Africa. You better ask yourself how many more years we go wait before the Savior go come save us. You better ask yourself why as we they wait, other nations they get richer. You better ask yourself say good as we will get the oil, now we they suffer. Why not the Savior them they wait before they make our lives better? Why not the bad things and they teach us of our forefathers? Share not through Christianity and Islam come out of Africa. You better ask yourself if you want to make your life better. You better ask yourself. You better ask yourself if you want to make your life better. You better ask yourself. You better ask yourself. You better ask yourself. You better ask yourselves. You better ask yourself.
This year you've had quite an eventful year. 3rd Grammy nomination in February, and
yes.
recently, very recently, turned 50. Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, you are following me too.
So I believe that you might have celebrated your birthday at the New African Shrine. Is
Yes,
that right?
it was one of the greatest days of my life. They really made me feel at home. They made me nearly cry. It was so emotional. It was, I mean, it was so wonderful.
Can you tell us a bit about the New African Shrine? And
It was built, the old shrine, my father, when he bought the place, he thought the contract he signed was he owned the land.
Okay.
Apparently it was a lease.
Right.
So he built on it, the land, and over the years, when he started to have problems with the government, the landowners now wanted the land back. I believe it was like a kind of plan by the government telling the landowners to give him stress. Well, so he spent the rest of his life, like a decade, just fighting for possession of the land. Apparently the law says whoever you lease the land to, if he or she dies, the case has to conclude and the landowners automatically win the land back. So we had no chance of winning the case. So when he died, it was just a downhill battle. Luckily for us, we signed his back catalogue to Universal Music, and we made this money, and my mother gave us her side of the money. Between my sisters, we decided to buy this land and build the New Africa Shrine in his honor, because we didn't know what to do with all this money. So we thought, look, let's build a shrine that he never had, and we'll make sure this time we own the building, we own the land. So we invested in it. So we took it a step further. So it's like a real shrine where we pay homage to great people like Kwame Nkrumah, Lumumba, Marcus Garvey, Mandela, great African people who have contributed for Africa.
Now at 50, how do you plan to continue this success in the future?
I had to continue working hard and be there for my kids. Now I want to spend, since I am at 50, which I never thought I will arrive, I want to spend every day very happy. I want to feel a lot of love and give my kids a lot of love, and I want to just play good music.
For the support you not give my family during our troubles. You, my friends, you not there with me. 97, I shall never forget. 97, the pains, the sorrow, the stress. I want to thank you, my friends. I want to thank you, my friends. Thank you, my friends. I want to thank you, my friends. Thank you. Thank you, my friends. Thank you. Thank you. Oh yes, I remember.
So I would imagine that on your birthday the atmosphere there was quite different to how it was in the 70s. A bit more peaceful perhaps this time.
It's maybe probably inside, but outside, because we have such a large following. My fans that were not allowed to come inside because it was like a very special event for people who had never come to the shrine, because people tried to give it such a bad image. So it was many of the, should I say, bourgeoisies came for the first time, and they were like, oh, is this how it looks? I never knew it was like this. Oh, they were really surprised because the shrine had had a lot of bad press over time, and because it's really for the poor people.
Come to the shrine. Don't come and make noise here and shout on my head. When I come to Manchester, it is an honor for you Nigerians to meet me here. I did not come to Manchester to play for you. Come to Nigeria and stay with me.
Even when people try to make us change, to make it more probably commercial or more into suiting the rich or the average middle class. It's so difficult because it really is what the underprivileged identify with. So I play there free. And when I do charge a fee, the household can afford it, the ordinary low-income Nigerian can afford it. It's so cheap that it's ridiculously cheap. But for them, it's very expensive.
Manchester, take care of yourselves. It's Lagos, it's Nigeria, it's Africa. We love you.
Great. I couldn't believe how good it was. And the encore was like half an hour long, and the whole night was just booming. Everyone was loving it. My mum was here, my family was here. It's just brilliant.
He made my night, and you know what? He's a fantastic musician.
Fantastic show.
Right. And I loved his dad as well, and he's amazing.
Yo, Femi Kuti took me home, carried the Fela spirit, carried the Afrobeat spirit. Keep doing what you're doing. Freedom for Africa, strictly.
We face forward. Keep on watching.
So I kept my promise then. That was probably one of the best shows we've ever had here at Band on the Wall. The crowd were just absolutely loving it. Well, after tearing the roof off in a performance that lasted nearly 2.5 hours, I'm just sorry that it's all over. But not before I go and grab a quick photo with him.